Hi everyone, it's Vanka. So today I have something new again, at least for me. A while back, a company called artcreatelove.com, it's a website. They contacted me and asked me if I wanted to receive some of these canvases that already had printed numbers, and then you paint by number. And yes, why not? I haven't tried that before, so I always like to try new things. So I looked at their website and they have a lot of pretty paintings. So I first of all fell in love with this one, and I will show you how it looks like. The gold doesn't show up very good here, but it's pretty. It's called Tree Rings, and it's mostly black and gold, and I thought this would be pretty on my cabin in the mountains. And when I received it, first of all, it's wrapped around one of these things and in a plastic bag, and it's shipped in these. And I have two paintings here, and it comes with this is a sticker, so you sort of can see how it's supposed to look like, and then all the paints you need, and a set of 3 brushes and some hooks that you can use to hang on the wall, but they don't have a frame, so that needs to be added. And I will show you later the other painting. And this one also came with this sheet, and look at these tiny details. Oh my gosh. So I'm not sure, this is very small areas here, so this will for sure be a challenge. Well, I started the second one because that was easier, so I wanted to just try this before I did the video, so I can sort of tell you a little bit more about how I feel about these products. So let's roll this up, and I haven't painted a lot on this one. You can see here in the corner I started with the lightest color. Let me show you how this is. This is the sticker. It's raining and the reason, this is how it looks like. Raining Street it's called, and it has been raining all summer, so I thought this would and I like it's colorful, and I like the image, but what I thought was maybe I could paint this and then sort of cut it in half and use as book covers for journals, maybe, because I don't think I want this on my wall. They are quite big. It's 50 by 40 by 50 centimeters. And here are all the paints, plus the ones I have already tested. So I start with the lightest colors, and I don't really pay much attention to these edges because it's going to be cut anyway. But when you start with the lightest color, then you can see here it's these lines around it. I will cover them with a darker cover. The next color I use is going to be darker, so I can straighten up those lines and such. And the numbers, see, some of them are very thick, some of them are really small, some of them I can't even read so we have to guess, but I have added 2 or maybe even 3 layers of this lightest color on those very strong black colors. So you have to go over a couple of times to hide those numbers. And this one didn't come with this sheet like this one, but this had instructions for use, and I find that really handy. The other one didn't have that, but because they are shipped in not in a box but in a soft parcel, they have some creases, and this says you can iron out the creases or folds. So I tried that, and it was not easy to get all those folds out. So I had to set my iron on max heat, and I also use a spray bottle of water, and it's a little bit wavy but I got the most of the creases out. And I also ordered 2 of these. They are absorbents, mats for paints. So oil painting brush absorbing matte, 1 black and 1 white. And these, see, this brush here came like this, so I can't use that. This was okay. This one, I like to sort of dip my brushes in water and dry them, and see, this just don't work for me at all. It loses all of its the hairs, but the second package, this was okay, so I have used this one. So I also it's a medium, a medium, and a very tiny one, and this medium was the one that had this sort of error, and so did this. Not as much. I will try to show you. And even they came with these protective like these, so they should maybe be more careful when package this, because it has that thing here. But these very tiny areas, I found this is too soft for me, but so I ended up using my own brushes. I tried out these, but I went back to use my own. I like it to be a little bit more stiff, but I am not a painter, not at all, and this is all new to me. So I'm not an expert. I think it's a personal preference how you like the brushes, and I don't have a lot of experience with these acrylic paints here. So I just thought it would be fun to try, and I also gave me a coupon code with 10% off. If I will link all the links to the products and the shop, and the coupon code will be in the description box below. But while I was doing this, I thought to myself, this would actually be perfect practice for me, because I am sort of a little bit OCD with, I want things to be a little bit more perfect than it needs to be, and this is too hard for me to be perfect. It's too hard for me to stay inside all of these lines, and I don't think it really matters either to the finished products if you have all those straight edges and such. if one color sort of flows into the other, I don't think it really matter. So it's great practice for me to just go have fun, paint, and it will see in the end. Maybe I have to go over some places and add a little bit more paint here and there, but I think this will be a perfect practice for me, this particular one. And I will see if you can see this green. Maybe it's number 15, so it shines through. I think I have to go over 2 or 3 times. This green little dot here is because this area doesn't have any number, but when you look at the picture here, there are just all sorts of shades. So if I find areas without any numbers, I will just pick one in the end, and it will be okay. And it also says in the description, if it's hard to read some of these small numbers, then just contact them and get a digital file of this here. But I can see a couple of places where there are no numbers, but I have just started this, as you see. So let me know if you want to see when this is done with the 3 rings. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, look at these tiny areas, but I really liked that painting. So we will see, but this I think it will be very time consuming, and maybe projects for a rainy day. So but I appreciate receiving this, trying it. And did I say these mats? I really like them because I will see here. I have some of my own brushes. See if it shows. It really absorbs the water. So I like this. To just clean off your brushes, and then you are good to go with the second color. So these I really recommend. So if you have any experience with these kinds of things, please let me know. Maybe give me some new beginner trick hints and tips. And I appreciate you watching, so thank you so much. I will be back with another video soon. Bye bye.